Deep in the heart of Kentucky, behind walls thicker than a dictator's skull, lies Fort Knox. This isn't just some sleepy military base, oh no. This place holds America's gold. Or does it? That's the billion-dollar question, literally. Fort Knox has become synonymous with impenetrable security and unimaginable wealth. It's the stuff of legend, whispered about in hushed tones. But lately, those whispers have gotten a lot louder. You see, some pretty important people are starting to ask questions. Questions like, is there actually any gold in there? And more importantly, if not, who took it and where the hell did they go? Buckle up, folks, because we're diving headfirst into the mystery of Fort Knox. Now, Fort Knox wasn't always a vault for the world's shiniest metal. In fact, its origins are quite different from what you might expect. It started its life in 1918 as a military base named after the Revolutionary War hero Henry Knox. Henry Knox was a key figure in the American Revolution, serving as the chief artillery officer of the Continental Army. His legacy was honored by naming this strategic military base after him. Exciting, right? Well, it gets better. The base played a crucial role in training soldiers and developing military strategies during its early years. In the 1930s, with the Great Depression in full swing, America needed a safe place to stash its mountains of gold. The economic turmoil of the era made it imperative to find a secure location to protect the nation's wealth. Enter Fort Knox, stage left. The decision to transform Fort Knox into a gold depository was a game-changer. They chose this location for a reason, folks. The site was selected after careful consideration of its geographical advantages. It's strategically located, far from any coastlines, hurricanes hate it, and smack dab in the middle of the country. This central location made it less vulnerable to attacks and natural disasters. Earthquakes? Please, Kentucky laughs in the face of seismic activity. The region's stable geological conditions added another layer of security. The idea was simple. Make Fort Knox so secure, so impenetrable, that nobody in their right mind would even think about messing with it. The construction of the depository was a marvel of engineering and security design. Think layers upon layers of security, enough firepower to make a Bond villain blush, and guards who could spot a gold thief from a mile away. The security measures include multiple barriers, armed guards, and advanced surveillance systems, making it one of the most secure places on Earth. But why all the fuss about gold, you ask? It's not just a shiny rock people wear to feel fancy. Gold has a rich history and a significant role in the global economy. Isn't it just a shiny rock people wear to feel fancy? Well, yes and no. While it does make for stunning jewelry and impressive statues, its value goes far beyond aesthetics. Gold has held value for centuries. From ancient civilizations to modern economies, gold has been a symbol of wealth and power. It has been used as currency, a store of value, and a means of trade. It's a hedge against inflation, a safe haven in times of crisis, and, let's face it, it looks damn good on a crown. Gold's allure is timeless, and its significance is undeniable. After World War II, the US held the lion's share of the world's gold. This wasn't just a matter of pride, it was a strategic advantage that shaped the global economic landscape. This golden hoard gave America serious economic clout, underpinning the US dollar and cementing its position as a global superpower. The gold reserves acted as a backbone for the US economy, providing stability and trust. Countries literally trusted us with their gold. They saw the US as a safe haven, a place where their wealth would be secure. We were the cool kid on the block, handing out golden nuggets like they were candy. This trust and reliance on the US bolstered our influence on the global stage. But times change, and so does the global economy. The dynamics of power and wealth are constantly shifting, influenced by various factors including technological advancements and geopolitical developments. The US dollar is no longer directly backed by gold, and other countries are starting to stockpile their own shiny reserves. Nations are diversifying their assets, seeking to reduce dependency on any single currency or economy. Which brings us back to the big question: what exactly is going on inside Fort Knox? This mysterious fortress has been the subject of much speculation and intrigue. Is it still the impenetrable vault of gold it once was, or has its role evolved in the modern era? Fast forward to today, or, well, 2025, and things have gotten interesting. The world has changed in ways we couldn't have imagined just a few years ago. Technology has advanced, politics have shifted, and the demand for transparency has never been higher. Former President Donald Trump, a man who knows a thing or two about gold-plated things, allegedly, has been pretty vocal about his suspicions regarding Fort Knox. And he's not alone. His concerns have sparked a national conversation with many people wondering just what is going on behind those heavily guarded doors. Elon Musk, tech mogul extraordinaire, has also jumped on the show Me the Gold bandwagon. Known for his ventures into space and electric cars, Musk's interest in Fort Knox has added a new layer of intrigue to the situation. His followers, always eager for the next big thing, are now demanding answers too. These two, despite their differences, seem to agree on one thing: the American people deserve some transparency. It's a rare moment of unity between two of the most influential figures of our time, and it's got everyone talking. The call for an audit has become a rallying cry for those who believe in accountability. Now you might be thinking, what's the big deal? It's just an audit. But this isn't just any audit. It's about uncovering the truth behind one of America's most mysterious and secure locations. The stakes are high and the implications could be far-reaching. But here's the thing, the last time Fort Knox had a full independent audit was in the 1950s. That's over 70 years ago. A lot has changed since then, and many believe it's high time we took another look. That's right, the freaking 1950s. Back when the world was a very different place. The Cold War was in full swing, and trust in government institutions was at an all-time high, back when Elvis was just a hip-shaking nobody, and the internet was still science fiction. The world has moved on, but Fort Knox remains shrouded in mystery. The question now is, will we finally get the answers we've been waiting for? A history of half-truths, audits, and inspections. Now, the government will tell you that there have been inspections since then, and sure, some folks in suits have probably wandered around the vaults, maybe snapped a few photos for Instagram, but a real thorough audit, not so much. This lack of transparency has fueled all sorts of conspiracy theories. Some say the gold is long gone, replaced with gold-painted tungsten, or maybe just a really convincing hologram. Others believe the government's been secretly leasing out the gold to prop up the economy. Look, I'm not saying any of this is true, but I am saying that when you refuse to open the books for 70 years, people are gonna start talking. Imagine just for a moment that the conspiracy theorists are right. What if, behind those massive vault doors, there's nothing but dust bunnies and the ghosts of disappointed leprechauns? The implications are staggering. The United States dollar, already teetering on the edge of a credibility crisis, would plummet faster than a pigeon with a faulty wing. Global markets would descend into chaos. People might even resort to bartering with bottle caps and canned goods. It would be like Mad Max, but with better hair. Okay, maybe I'm being a tad dramatic. But the point is, the potential fallout of Fort Knox being empty goes way beyond a few embarrassed politicians. It strikes at the very heart of trust in government and the financial system. This whole Fort Knox debacle highlights a much bigger issue: government transparency. We, the people, deserve to know what's going on with our country's assets, especially when those assets are worth trillions of dollars and could make or break the global economy. Look, I get it, security is important. We don't want just anyone waltzing into Fort Knox and making off with a few gold bars in their fanny pack. But surely there's a way to balance security concerns with the public's right to know. An independent, internationally recognized audit wouldn't just put to rest the conspiracy theories, it would send a clear message. We've got nothing to hide, we're accountable to the people. And oh yeah, we actually have enough gold to back up our currency. Interestingly, this whole Fort Knox saga comes at a time when countries around the world are gobbling up gold like it's going out of style. China, Russia, even Poland, they're all adding to their gold reserves at a record pace. Now maybe they just really like shiny things, or maybe just maybe they're preparing for a future where the United States dollar is no longer the undisputed king of the financial jungle. A future where gold, that ancient symbol of wealth and stability, once again takes center stage. It's enough to make you wonder, do these countries know something we don't? So, what's the answer to the Fort Knox mystery? Is the gold really there? Honestly, I don't know. And that's the problem. Until we have a full and transparent audit, the doubt will linger. But here's the thing that keeps me up at night. Even if the gold is there, the damage might already be done. The seeds of doubt have been sown. Trust, once broken, is a hell of a thing to rebuild. In the end, the real treasure might not be the gold itself, but the trust it represents. And that, my friends, is a treasure worth fighting for.